What emotions can dogs feel? My name's Rachel, I'm a clinical animal behaviourist, and I've been sent this great question, so let's get into it. So there's two sides to this. One, we've got the science, okay? What do we actually know about what dogs feel? Well, we think that they feel things that young children in child development can feel. Love, joy, disgust, fear. Those basic level primary emotions are what we believe dogs can feel. I get told on a daily basis by clients that their dog feels guilty, okay, or he looked ashamed of himself. But actually, we're not 100% sure that dogs can feel those higher level emotions. We think that their emotional development stops at a kind of similar, 2.5-year-old child's level when those higher level emotions haven't yet begun. And then, of course, you've got the people who argue that we shouldn't be putting human emotions on dogs anyway, and that whole process is wrong. But the thing for me is this. If we can't, and I'll give you an example in a second, if we can't truly know what another human is feeling, even if we can ask them, are we ever going to get it right with dogs? So when this comment came in, I ummed and ahed about how I was going to answer this. And then I thought, you know what? I learned from a situation about a week ago, and it's been a big eye-opener for me. So I was speaking to someone and I was a little bit worried about them. They felt distant. Their way of communicating with me had changed, and it was hitting me here, like inside. Something was up. So I asked them, because we can do that with a human. We can't do that with a dog. But even though I asked them and they gave me an answer and they told me how they were feeling, and I think they probably told me more than once, I still got inside my head and added bits to it and made it into something completely different to what it was. And actually what's happened is that's ruined that entire relationship, whatever that situation was, that friendship, that communication that I have with that person. Me adding things into it, getting into my mind and making up bits of the picture has ruined everything. So what has that got to do with dogs? Well, we can't ask a dog. So when we're looking at what they're feeling, we are relying on what science we've got. We're relying on their behaviour, the little bits of dog body language, their way of communicating with us, to interpret that into how they are feeling. But what I'm saying is this, is we could be wrong. And we have to be mindful of that. We could be wrong. Okay, and I do think about that when I'm working with dogs, particularly dogs who are reactive, that I may interpret their body language and that situation as being fear-based. But actually, that might not be the underlying motivator for that dog.